Okay guys, welcome back to Preston's Vlogs. Now, you remember a little while ago, I did a video on the I did a video on styles versus harvesters on my Farm Bros channel. Well, I'm going to do a version 2 of that, but I'm going to do it this way. We're going to do harvestors, and we're going to do the safety of harvesters. What you do when you get on top, if you need to, or what you do if you have to go inside. Now, this harvestor is about a 65-foot, 70-foot harvester at the period. If you do go into a harvestor, have special gear on with you. Gas masks. Well, I shouldn't say gas masks, but I should say like those cough masks, those things they put over when you cough really bad and you're in public. Stuff like that. You should, so when you climb a harvester and you're going to fill your harvester, there are some latches. Now, I'm not sure what side of the harvester had the ladder. I actually think it was this side for some reason. And I think I saw, or I don't remember because it was actually a long time ago and I was like maybe 5 or 6 years old when I did this. But anyways, you kick a latch open and you kick a door, a round door, which is about, I don't know how wide, but you kick it open with 6 latches. There's here 4 to 6 latches. You kick them open. The first door that you find off your ladder is your gas door. That's what I call it anyways. It's your gas toxic air door. What's in there is all the toxic air. So you open that door first to let out all the air, toxic air from the hay inside of the harvester if you have silage in there. And in the middle, which is now growing weeds, there's your filling harvester without tripping. There's same latches there. So basically you're opening roughly 8 to 12 latches, depending on how many you have. Some are different. If you want to stick a little tube in there just to be 100% sure that, or stick a little tube in the filling hole, which does kind of sound funny. But anyways, if you want to stick a little tube right there, it's actually not pretty. It's actually, it's just like a filling tube. You put it in there, and then, yeah, that's, how you do it. That's just for maximum clarification. We'll put it that way. If you do go into harvester, it needs some forcible exit tools, and it's like really thin metal. Always bring your handy dandy pocket knife. I got this from Mount Rushmore. Okay, I just got text. Come take a look. That's fine. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's a change in plans. Well, we can keep the video going. Right now, I have this pocket knife. So, anyways, I'll do a quick momentary break. So, I just got a text from one of our neighbors that we're supposed to be getting cows, but apparently the text says go next spring. Okay, but I don't really care if we get cows this summer or not. But anyways, it says, just says the picture of all the Mount Rushmore faces on there and stuff like that. It's really handy. Anyways, in the harvestor, there's going to be bags, or as I call them, burrito bags. They're like air bags, and they equalize the pressure in the harvestor. So if you don't have those bags in there, your harvester will crinkle in like a pop can because of unequal pressure, because it's made out of metal, and this is the only concrete part on here, the 5-foot foundation and the foundation that holds this together, or real foundation I should say. But we keep that there, and then you keep your breather bags in there. And with the new harvester system, you can just open all that stuff, open your bunk over there with all the buttons and blah blah blah. But really, what you do, it's pretty simple. Going into a harvester, not simple. I suggest you don't go down there until it is completely empty. I mean 0 feet, and you just have little pockets of silage or corn or whatever you have in there. There should be 2 doors at the bottom. Sometimes there's one. The obvious door is the bunk, and then there could be a door over here. I don't think there's one over here, if I remember correctly, but I've been in a harvester before while we were cleaning it out. It was on one of my friend's farms, And it says right on like the bunk door over here, it says, "Warning, toxic air. Do not go in without special equipment. Do not go in without supervision of other people. Do not wear gas masks." Like, it actually says that. It wears like toxic, or wear like gear for prepared of, you know, getting stuff like that. So it's one of the more dangerous things on a farm. But yeah. Thinking of more stuff to say. I have a lot of stuff to say, but it's getting really windy out here. Harvesters are very simple. I mean, they don't feel easy, but they fill. And you use an attachment called a blower over on a tube that arcs into the harvester, like the Gateway Arch in St. Louis. It just arcs in there. And that's how you fill your Harvestore, normally at least. And yes, this YouTube channel will still have farming stuff on it, in case you care. But anyways, this is I'm thinking of a lot of other things. I had a few really good things to say. Oh yeah, when you get down to the bottom and it's all out, you bring in what I call a sweep. I call it the HS, Harvestore Sweep, not high school. HS, Harvestore Sweep. And you put it in the center, and if you throw your hay in, it will throw it in and take it down. I forgot what totally happens to it. But then you bring your sweep in from the bunk door, and it'll run around the perfect harvester circle if you buy it correctly. So it shouldn't go out farther than it, or it shouldn't come in farther than it. It should go exactly. And that sweeps up the hay and brings it into the center. And it might stop. All you have to do is just give it a little kick and it'll keep on rolling. But yeah, I would suggest opening all your doors on a harvester if you're going to be going in there. So I mean, open your gas door, open your top filling door, open both your doors if you have two of them on the bottom. If you know, I know people who've been in harvesters and actually been knocked out by the fumes, but fortunately they got out with their lives. Got out with their lives. I should say easy. It took them a little bit, but they found their way out. But it's one of the, again, more dangerous things on a farm. But yeah, oh yeah. So when we got to our friends' farms, good word, right? They added a new roof on their Harvestore, and right before this one went, we added a new roof on ours too, because we like kind of just split the money and stuff like that. We put a new roof on this because the old one was leaking in. Our hay and silage was getting all soggy, so it wasn't worth it. And it was getting damp, and it could have started easy fires. So yeah, you got to get rid of that. So we put a new roof on. They put a new roof on. Their Harvestore collapses. Okay, that's 1 month later. Oh, can't happen to us, can it? 3 weeks later, or 3 weeks later after theirs came down, so it's about a month and a half, month to 2 months. Our Harvestore, we put a new roof on, and our Harvestore starts to crinkle in because we didn't have equal pressure. I think one of the air bags actually deflated or something like that, and didn't have equal pressure. So the Harvestore came down to a point where we took the good thing is it was falling on the side that I think it was actually falling on this side, which is really, really good, so it doesn't fall on the barn. At the time it was a good barn. And it doesn't fall towards the power line, which is still active because it controls the power for this shed and what was the barn. And Lucy comes up here too. We able to climb on the ladder. It took us 3 to get on a little tiny ladder that's from me to the cat, and we pushed it, gave it a little push, and it went beep. And then we sold the Harvestore, sold the metal and stuff like that. Yeah. So if I am ever gonna use this Harvestore again, there might be one thing I'll use it for. This foundation, I might use it for like a slurry store. If you don't know what a slurry store is, where you store cow's poop or manure. To give you a funny little thing right there, but that's actually what it's really for. The A.O. Smith makes slurry stores, which are, it's basically a septic system, just like humans. put it that way. Yeah. So, if you want to go in there, you got to be super cautious of what you're doing in there. And, you got to be knowing what you're doing in there. I just got to say that right now. Yeah, there's the cages on the Harvestore are meant to, if you start to slip or miss a step or aren't good with heights and you fall, it's supposed to lean back and it'll catch you and have a guy at least come up there and try to grab you down and take you down safely. But I hate to say this, but harvesters and saddles aren't that efficient anymore, and this is, oh wow, it's actually growing in the harvester bottom. Wow, that's interesting. There must be, I think there's like something under this concrete even. Might be. They do take dairy farmers out of business, not because of their efficiency. They're actually really good efficiency. They take them out of because of the money. So if you don't have a lot of money, don't buy harvesters. I mean, small ones, meaning by half the size of that tree right there, are even $20,000. And that's just the harvester itself. That's not the bunk. It won't include this. And that does not include the bunk motor, bunk, rails, anything like that. So, yeah. I'd stick to grain bins. Stick to your grain bins. But if you do have a big dairy farm, if you have like 500 some cows on a dairy farm, I'll give you harvesters. I'd suggest using them. The new ones cost a lot more money, but they're crap. Oh, popped a little green bulb. They're kind of efficient, but the problem is they're all electricity. So if you don't have solar panels and your power goes out, got problems. And then if you want to know, there's another harvester here. I should say there was. I'm trying to break this down. I said brightness is waste. Okay, now if you look,